I'm Carcina. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Oh, what is up? What is up, good people? Morning, morning, morning. To all of you out there, yes, I will cover the the Dallas game later. A lot of stuff went on last night. I had to go and rest my knee and everything else. It was that messed up. So, yeah, I know they're having trouble once again, some mysterious reason in distributing notifications for the video. So hopefully they get around it and we can start getting to it. What's up? Hit that like button. Hit the like button coming through the door, y'all, so they can know y'all real people. Oh, yeah, when the song broke, we did the video and we went live. And everybody who heard us go live, they knew when Euphoria dropped what it was going to be, so. Now, some of these things are going to be right up your alley because you understand them, right? You get it. Some of it, everybody else has done these reviews, and they've done a great job, but some of them, the hip hop might be a little too much for them. So they only can do it from a pop reference stance. So they don't really know what they've encountered. And it might be some stuff that I missed that they caught. You can't trust what Gilly is saying now. Gilly's more Hollywood. Gilly's more entertainment and Hollywood than he is a hip hop artist anymore. So for him to say, man, that was corny. I was expecting him to go, straight gutter, but that was kind of corny. It was corny to you because you're thinking this is supposed to be a banger you're going to play in the car and in the club and everything. This is this wasn't that. This was about emceeing and lyrics, and this was directly for one person. This wasn't for the audience. This was for the person. This was for their camp. Now, when Euphoria starts off, it starts and says, everything they say about me is true. That's the Richard Pryor from The Wiz in the very beginning, right? You remember The Wiz? It also had Michael Jackson in The Wiz, right? So we already know that. He said, them OVO guys, that's Cam, Mason, Gilly. Hey, I ain't going to expose what I know, but yo, Twizzo, that comment you just made, let's just say, there's a lot of truth in that. And I know, and I've been knowing for years. So I ain't gonna open up my Pandora box because y'all know I'm cool and actually cool with Mace. Oh, the NBA ain't gonna like me. What I'm finna post on the Patreon this month. That's finna expose the entire NBA and the whole. I'm finna open up the business. Yeah, they trying to restrict y'all from seeing this video. That's messed up. That's real messed up. It really is. Holding back views, all kind of craziness. Dog, they can have back the OVO jacket I got. I can give you mine. You can't buy my loyalty with a jacket. That's not gonna happen, bro. But anyway, let's get into this. Yeah, my house is a mess. So my housekeeper is coming right on time. She should be here too in a little bit. What's up, Beans? Beans is in the house. Now, as we go through this whole element of breaking down this thing lyric for lyric from the jump. Now, from the very first start, when he started talking about your superpowers are being neutralized, I can only watch in silence. Y'all don't realize that the most damaging things that he was saying was in this first passage. The one y'all was like, man, that's some sweet R&B type stuff. The most damning things he was saying was in here. And a lot of people slept on it. They wanted to go into that other stuff because that's why I said that's what the commercial stuff is. But if you pay attention, and if you paid attention, this is where a lot of the damning stuff was done. All of the damage was done in the very first passage. And y'all missed it. Well, I don't want to say y'all, but I mean the masses, the general public, they missed that. Now, what do you mean by your superpowers are being neutralized, which means that he's the media darling. He pays to be the head and the face of entertainment and want to be famous and all of that. Now the media is kind of turning against him, of him being the crowd's favorite. So that was his superpower, was fame. And now that's being neutralized. So now he's saying, I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid, and now he's spiraling. See, that's what's happening now. He's paranoid, but it's the famous actor. It's a double play on words once again. We all know he was an actor on Degrassi, but he was never famous. He was what, wheelchair Timmy or something like that? Wheelchair Jimmy in the wheelchair after he got popped. But he's saying he's a famous actor, meaning that he's acting as a rapper. He's not real. He's acting. So he's the famous actor who we once knew. We once knew is now looking paranoid, and he's now spiraling. You know, he's spiraling because of the Like That record, and everybody in the club is bumping that, and they screaming Kendrick's verse, dissing them, and that line about the big three is big me. All the casuals are saying this in clubs. Drake hears that. The people in his crew hear that. So he's panicking and he's paranoid. And now they done gassed him up enough to go out and battle Kendrick, when Kendrick been talking about him for years and nobody would jump. Now everybody want to jump. Now listen to what he's saying. Now you moving like a degenerate. Heavy antics. It's feeling distasteful. We calculate you, not as calculated. So everything he saw Drake moving and how he's been moving like when this is happening, it's like we're watching it and we're calculating you, and it's not as calculated. Your thought is sporadic, what you're doing. You're emotional. You're responding off of emotions. It's not calculated moves. He said, I can even predict your angles. You fabricate stories on my family front because you heard Mr. Morale. His last album, which was Mr. Morale, he heard that album and thought and made just allegations based on that in the last push-up songs about his wife and the bodyguard, like Whitney with the wife sleeping with the bodyguard and all that. And he said, you fabricated your stories and your rhymes based off what you heard on that album. And you're a pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist. You're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been in your collection. Now, what does that mean? Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never been a part of your collection. Well, I'm finna bring you to the world. What he's saying is Drake jumps back and forth between stuck in identities. When he wants to be accepted by black folks, he go and dress like this and jump in a FUBU shirt. But it's on the low tier, right? Knowing he never wears FUBU ever. Now he wants to wear like some barrettes in his hair and some boots and some jeans and put on a FUBU shirt. And Damian John was like, whoa, man, that's cool. Drake wearing FUBU. Drake put that on to promote like, yo, I'm still in the hood. But every day he's walking around with Tommy Hilfiger this, Tommy Hilfiger that. So it's like you're stuck and bouncing from identities. But have you noticed they never promoted this? You see what I'm saying? So what he's doing is exposing you are a phony. You're trying to be accepted so bad. You're doing all of this stuff to try to fit in. What I told y'all is true. The most damning things was said in the very first passages, and y'all missed a lot of this stuff. It's obvious we all know Drake wants to be accepted somewhere. Like he wants to be plus. It's not just the fact that he's mixed. It's the fact he's Canadian. Canadian and hip hop just don't have their ground roots here in the United States, so they don't get respected. You know, even if you from Chicago, that was like, okay, well, you got a base where you come from in the city. That was even hard to get accepted. But New York, you know, they feel, yo, you got to come from what borough? You know, he from Brooklyn. You know, so now, you know, you got something to stand on. So now this guy's coming in doing his own thing from Canada. And it was like, oh, he's from Canada. So he ain't getting respected. Right? So it's more than just him being mixed. It's trying to be accepted in the culture by those in the culture. That's what all the features and stuff. But we getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just stay with the lines right now. You know, I caught a lot of this. Flat out, just a lot of it. So when he went there talking about you're a scam artist and all that, here's one of the crucial lines that everyone missed. I make music that electrify them. You make music that'll pacify them. I could double down on that line, but I'm going to spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Do you even know what he was talking about? Let's see how many people in the chat understood that line. Did y'all know what he was talking about there? In that damning line? When he said it's a double play on words. Like your music is to pacify the people, to baby them. Like your songs are like baby. I electrify people. People are electrified when they hear me. You make music that pacifies them. But it's a double play on words because he's really talking about young girls. Drake and young girls. That's what that whole line's about. That's why he said, I could go further, but I'm going to spare you this time. That's what that line was about. Mm-hmm. We all remember the Millie Bobby Brown thing, right? That whole interview that she did, and she ended up revealing stuff.
He's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just text each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love
What's
him.
his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
What about your?
Now, she was 15 years old, right? Why would Drake be in there and she's saying he's texting a 15-year-old, "I miss you so much," and talking to her about boys? And people start to see that as weird and said, man, this is called grooming, right? I told you, y'all finna get a full breakdown here. This is no blah, blah, blah. This is the real. I broke all this down to a T. Now, once that happened, everybody jumped up in their arms and was like, I can't believe it, because she was the hottest actress out at the time. And why are you creeping in the DMs of a 15-year-old girl? And she's a fan, of course, because she's a kid, even though she's an actress in the game, you know, she's a child. Mm-hmm. So this is what Kendrick was talking about. And remember on More Life, he had teenage fever? You know, I listened to all of it, man. So I was able to relate a lot of it. Oh, yeah, you could easily, like everybody's been saying Drake and these weird like relationships and stuff he was in. And then let's not forget Drake and his new girl, right? Bella Harris, 18 years old. Drake is dating an 18-year-old girl named Bella Harris. He made her take these photos down when she posted them. Now, here's the kicker. Drake been knowing her for 2 years, but waited till she was 18 to date her. Why is a 30-some-year-old man going after 16-year-olds, waiting till they turn 18? That's kind of creepish, ain't it? It's like, dude, you 30. But now that she's like, look at that. Drake's actually been seeing his girl since she was 15. He been knowing her for that long, and now he's brought her out in the public and said, oh, I've been knowing her since then. We just started, like, you know, going out and dating. It's creepish. So this is why he's bringing all this up. She's 18 years old. And you posing with her like you even got you a trophy. Bruh, you lost. He's already lost his battle, and it ain't. We in the first paragraph. It was already over. So now his weirdo behavior is being put on full blast. And Kendrick didn't even go deeper into this yet. He's letting Drake know, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So you know I'm finna go here. And there's others that y'all finna find out about right now. The reason why he's telling Drake, you don't want to go any further. And this is why he's saying, look, you want to keep it this or you want this thing to keep going? Because you ain't ready for where it's about to go. He think he's ready, but he's not. There's too much stuff in the dark with Drake. Now, oh yeah, so we still cooking over here. Shouts out to Beans. Beans came through in the chat. So let's get back to it. He says, you know, you are a master manipulator. Okay, you guys can't see it. All right, let me go here so you can see it a little better. You're a master manipulator and a habitual liar too. But don't tell no lies about me, and I won't tell no truths about you. So he's basically just saying, you know, he's a master manipulator and all the things that he's been doing. Right? Then this, so all of that was in the first beginning that all y'all said was soft. Now, all y'all was saying that was soft. I want y'all to now that you know what all that meant, does that look soft to you? Does that sound soft to you, or do that have Drake like, God damn? So now Von Brim, Mayweather's not locked up. He's not leaving because there's an investigation. One of the guys in his crew, some white Jewish guy, stole a jewelry piece out of the jewelry store in the Arab store. They're going to court. They're investigating the situation now. Floyd got the money and they was going to pay for it. They want the piece back. They want that guy. The guy ain't been responding to the texts or nothing. He just ghosted everybody, and he's in Dubai. So they trying to locate that guy and get that piece back that the guy had stole. So until they do the investigation, Floyd just can't leave. That's the rules of the country. You're not allowed to flee while they're doing this investigation. It's supposed to have been done this week. It's probably going to take another week. Floyd ain't broke, and he owed him all this kind of money. He can't pay them. That's retarded. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can't listen to Tank Davis, who's somebody who's just mad for no reason. You know, you got to go by what's actually happening. So that's all that's happening. Okay? White Jewish guy betrayed him. Now, let's get back to what we were doing here before we were sidetracked. He said, yeah, I'm out the way. Yeah, I'm low. Okay. Yeah, the island right here remote. Okay. Basically talking about Drake with underage girls on the Epstein Island. Yeah, the island right here remote. Okay. You know, whenever you see the island words, you already know where he was going with that. Like, you're going to be on Epstein Island, buddy. He's like, thanks. That's what I need. All right. Now, Now, let's get into this. And he says, okay, I've been thinking about no reaping. Nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay? So he ain't thinking about Drake. He's reaping all the things, the benefits that he sowed. I got Benjamin and Jacksons in my house. I'm like, Joe, okay? So we already know he's talking about Michael Jackson's and the Jacksons and all of that because Drake loves to bring up Michael Jackson references. So he's bringing up the Jacksons and playing on words. Hellcat made his own boys sit in tight, sell their soul, okay? So what he's pointing at is that Drake made all of his boys sit around and type like they the Jacksons 5, and Joe is there. He's Joe Jackson, and he got all of them dudes working. I got all your OVO guys sitting around typing and selling their soul. So I got y'all the Jacksons. I'm Joe Jackson, and I got all y'all sitting around typing about me. Y'all, I'm putting y'all to work. So that's what that line means. What's up, Willie? So he said, everybody wants to be a demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power, and the fame would make you go away? Oh my goodness. We're going to get to all that. Everybody want to be a demon till they get tripped by their throwaway. Woo! See, they want to be on demon time till they start going with they throwaway. Who was this throwaway? Mm-hmm. Everybody that was in his camp that is beefing with him now. Those is throwaways. And they all taking shots at him. But you a lame. And once a lame, always a lame. But here's where it's finna get really dark, people. And you finna be really shocked. When he said, oh, you thought the money, the power, and the fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, Negro, let's play. Because that's like a teenage game with teenagers play. Have I ever? You know, like that's a teenage thing, like some lame teenage game. So he's play on words. So he said, okay, Negro, let's play. Have you ever watched your enemy down like a poker with a poker face? Wow, that's a crazy line. Now I know where he's going with that. Have you ever watched your enemy down like with a poker face? What he's talking about, and I'm going to explain all this because he's talking about two different things at one time, but he's saying, let's play. Have you ever watched your enemy down like with a poker face? He's talking about Takeoff. But that's just to let y'all know, he's speaking about Takeoff. Then he says, have you ever paid $500,000 to like an open case? Woo! The most surprising line in the song. Yeah, some of them are slightly wrong on the screen, but I kind of get what he was saying. But that's the line right there. The biggest line of the whole song is right there. Have you ever paid $500,000 on an open case? Many people don't know that. Bam! Drake paid out $530K to S.A. Accuser. Not too many people know that. So when Kendrick said that in the song, you can't win. Yeah, that's what Michael Jackson sang in the Weird song. You can't win. That's right. You can't win. And you gon' best get out of the game. You best get out of the game. I told you, Drake, it's best you get out of the game. You can't win. Now, that line was the most powerful. Yeah, Shade Room didn't post that. Academics didn't talk about that. Drake had to settle that suit. Now, why they don't talk about that? That was an open case and you settled for $500,000. Wonder what that was about. Why did he settle so quick? This was in 2019. He made sure he was gonna settle before it came to a Diddy situation with him, and he might be the next Diddy. So Kendrick is already bodying this man, and y'all just didn't know it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of this stuff was going over people's heads. He was already bodying the man. Then he goes right back to this. Well, I have. And I have felt that. I felt that both, but I came out straight. I hate when I rap and I talk about guns. Then somebody died and they turn into nuns. Then hop online like pray for my city. He's faking for likes and digital hugs. Drake always, when somebody is a tragedy, he wants to come online, pray for my city. When somebody from Toronto get killed or some rap, oh, pray for my guy. And he's throwing up signs and all that, pray for my city. But then he talk about Jay Prince. His daddy's a killer. He want to be Junior. Like he talking about Jane Prince Jr. right there. His daddy's a killer. He want to be Junior. He's saying James Prince is a killer. And James Prince Jr., who was there with the takeoff situation that night, what happened there? And they said they must have forgot that they done. Dementia must run in his family. But let it get shaky and I'll park your son. That's what he's saying. If it gets shaky, like if Jay Prince and them guys come after him, he gonna park their son. I mean, like, I'm gonna park your son. And they used the Princes, Jay Prince and them used to own an automobile thing. Like they used to have a car business. So park your son. Kind of you play on that too. Now this was pretty, basic. The first time I ever shot at Drake, homie told me, aim it this way. I didn't aim it low enough. Right? Hold on, let me see if I can get it up there. Yeah, he said, I didn't point it down enough. Today, I'll show you I've learned from those mistakes. Well, all he's saying is that when I aimed at Draco, I should have aimed it lower. You're a lower class MC than me. You're lower. You're way beneath me. So I didn't aim it low enough. I actually had you higher than where you should have been. So, you know, the Drake, Draco, gun, you know, everybody know that. The casuals know that. So my mistake is that I put you as high as I put you when you're really lower. So I didn't point it down enough. Double play on words, very well done. The message was received well. We got it. Yeah, he threw shots at Jay Prince in there and said, y'all must have dementia. Jay Prince don't have dementia. He's saying y'all must have dementia, you know, about the situation. I just mentioned that. I mean, yeah, that could be called reaching, but I just said they own an automobile business. So that's when he was talking about I'll park your son and all that. Play on words. But like I said, this is for MCs. This is for people that know rap. This is for people that understand lyrics and like to break them down in codes. This was sent directly to Drake. So Drake would know. His people around him would know where Kendrick is with all of this. And all the stuff that he's talking about and doing. Somebody told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let this Canadian Negro make Pac turn over in his grave. I told y'all, using that Pac AI, I understood why he was doing it, using the West Coast, but in, you know, digging up a dead rapper who's beloved on the West Coast, and you rapping using his voice, and then doing that with Snoop, who's alive, and Snoop like, when? Where? Did what? Now you're involving other people that didn't need to be involved. That's why he's saying cutthroat business. You got it twisted. What is it? The braids? Because now he's got the braids in. I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 and them kissing and hugging on stage. Talking about Cole and Drake, all this hugging he's doing on the stage. I love him to death, and they ain't no bar and 8 bars. I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no selling. That's for J. Cole. J. Cole tried to call and leave messages. He was leaving messages with Kendrick, apologizing. He kept trying to hit Kendrick up to say he was sorry about the record. This is what he's saying. Nothing nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no selling. So that's what that was about. He don't care about nothing that they talk about. And that's the cleaning lady. Go. Hey, okay, you got a little. Yeah.
Now we have no funny, so it's thank you.
Okay. All right. So this is y'all first time here.
Yeah.
So let me take you on a quick tour.
Okay, perfect.
Of course, this living room mess. All right. This is the bathroom here. That's the big one. So where you guys gonna start? Here. Okay, that works. Yeah, I hurt my knee, so I limp around a little bit. All right, I'll let y'all get to it. All right, we back. He said push-ups was garbage, the song. Oh no, the song was incredible. No, they was masterfully laying those lines. Masterfully. No. Okay, there we go. That works a lot better. Now, you see what it says there? I know you got language barriers, but there's no accent you can sell me. Yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm a selfish Negro. The crown is heavy, which means they know I'm selfish. They know I don't want to be put in the category with them. He knows that. Look, they know me, is what this basically says. There is no accent you can sell me. You know me already. You know I ain't going this way. None of your fake, no tune on your tune chalk. None of those fake accents you're gonna be able to sell me. Okay, he's a selfish person. Y'all know he know he the best and the GOAT. He's selfish. He ain't trying to share that with nobody. And he said, look, I pray you and Aubrey, y'all my real friends, but if not, then I'm YNW Melly. Now, you know YNW Melly is locked up right now, still going through his case when he took care of his other YNW crew. Other two members, he ended up taking them out. Allegedly, that's what he's being charged of. So he said, I don't pop like you popping it at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Now, I think him and Pharrell have squashed it right now. But Pharrell and Drake had a beef going back because, you know, Pharrell was with Pusha and all that. So he just brought it up anyway, just to bring it to people's attention. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, F all that pushing P. I want to see you push a T. You better all spit in again on him before you think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm Whoopie. Oh my God. We ain't got to get personal. That's a friendly fade, and you should keep it that way. So he's saying you don't want to go into the personal family stuff. You better keep this where it is. I know some stuff about Negroes that's going to make Gunna want to look like a saint, which he's implying Drake has been snitching on people. And he knows some stuff about some snitching that's going on that's going to make Gunna look like a saint. Because what he know is that Birdman is named as one of the witnesses for the government against the same case with Gunna, Birdman. And Birdman Stunner is the guy he just hugged last night. Yep. In the case against Young Thug, this is the state's witnesses. Lil Wayne, Weezy, Rich Homie Quan. Y'all can see that? Do y'all need that blown up? And Brian Williams, a.k.a. Birdman. So Lil Wayne and Birdman is witnesses with Rich Homie Quan against Thugger. They are the state's witnesses. So so these are two people that Drake was signed to. So like I'm trying to tell y'all, this was y'all keep talking about this song whack. I'm like, y'all have no idea how powerful this song really was. And y'all just let this go way over y'all head. These are the state's witnesses against Thugger. They like, not Weezy. Yep, so that's why he's saying it would make Gunna wanna look like a saint. He knows some things. Now, then he said, this ain't been about critics. This ain't been about gimmicks. Not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. See, this is what he's talking about. This whole thing about him is not been about the media and all this and all the gimmicky things that they do to say about that. This ain't got nothing to do with any of this. This ain't about who's the greatest rapper. Like Kendrick already know he's greater than you. This is about love and hate. And everybody tried to say, okay, this is about love and hate, because everybody normally takes the side of love when they say that. This is about love and hate, and you hate me and all that. Oh, no. Kendrick took it a whole nother way. Now, let me just say, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk. Hate the way that you talk. Hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch a flight, it's going to be direct. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Now, this goes back to DMX interview. In case you guys didn't understand what this was about, DMX's rant on Drake. It was a play on words. Y'all remember that?
No. He's not a great lyricist.
Talk about lyrics.
I feel him.
Oh,
I feel him.
Right.
Like if I had to compare them, I'd say like Rick Ross is dope lyrically. You know? If I had to compare the two, I'd say Rick Ross was more like Biggie, Jeezy was more like Pac. Because Pac wasn't the best lyricist, but you felt him.
Rick Ross looks more like Biggie.
Rick Ross got lyrics though.
Well, I guess.
All right, so
You gotta
DMX.
love DMX.
Now for you,
I'm just not impressed, man. Real talk. I'm just not
So who
impressed.
impresses DMX right now? Anybody?
Me.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'm surprised you don't like Ross lyrically, man. Ross be
He's
spitting.
all right, man. He just talk about eating and
Right.
He's
garbage.
too much, you know. How much weed can you smoke? I'm like, all right, let's talk about something else. I know you got a Maybach, you got the Aston Martin. Okay, good for you. Damn, man. Come on, I see a whole nother side of the coin, son.
What do you think about Lil Wayne?
We got a good relationship.
Everything you just said about Ross is what I think about Wayne.
Yeah.
I think all he talks about is
no.
My man. And a whole bunch of
I said we cool.
what about Drake? You like Drake?
No.
My man.
He didn't even say a little bit. He didn't even say halfway.
That's my guy right there.
No.
That's why X is necessary in the game right there.
Man. Now, why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake.
I
I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
I be trying to tell these people.
I don't like the way he walks. Like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just.
So now you know what that line means. So now y'all know what that line means. I don't like the way you walk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you. So that goes back to DMX line. So that's the play on words when he kept saying that. The first thing went in my mind is what DMX was saying. Man, I hate the way this dude talk. I thought somebody was gonna use that in an ad lib, against Drake. I said, oh, they're gonna use that as an ad lib. Somebody's gonna use that. They gonna turn that around. Yes, we know it's old. X is no longer here. Rest in peace to Earl Simmons. He's like, that's old, single. We know what he was talking about. It's like, we know that. we hope you do, but some people don't. Okay, be glad you knew. There's actually some people who just didn't know. Jeez. The Teddy Pendergrass music playing in the beginning. That was some people I think he was just playing the beat. But, who knows? People, this is a battle. People going to reach. Oh, man, that was funny. So that's what he meant by all that. But then he said, we hate the women you sleep with because they confuse themselves with real women. And notice, we said we. It's not me. I'm with the culture film. Like all these women that Drake prop himself up with, and meaning like he's trying to talk about his baby moms. Like that's who you chose to have your kids with and all that. We don't confuse them with real women. You try to make them look like something. And that's not just me talking. That's what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tales about your life till we had enough? Well, everybody been playing this. How many more black features till you feel that you black enough? These are self-explanatory. All these fabricated stories about monies and safes, houses, and it's like, how many stories is this dude telling that's just like some James Prince stories or some? It's like, dude, you are not doing any of this. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. It's a lot of people that said that. They like Drake when he was making songs like Marvin's Room and all that with the different la 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 la. See, this is the problem. What Drake did, he made a mistake that Eminem did. Eminem started thinking he was 50 Cent and was trying to go down the 50 Cent path and battle and dudes and talking about I put $1 million on your head and all that. Then he tried to go back to the jokey Eminem that made him a lot of money. And then it fell off. It was completely done after that. You can't go back to being silly rap Eminem. That just don't work no more. Once you made that bed to be taken seriously, now people gonna take you seriously. Now you want to be into this. Now you finna be into it. He's like, you gonna make Negroes bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Because that's who Drake loved to bring up, Chubbs, his buddy Chubbs. Like, man, let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one's like my last one. It's a classic. You don't have one. Wow. This brings up the argument in hip hop history that Drake doesn't have a classic album. Everybody's like, man, Take Care is a classic album, man. How you gonna say that? Take Care is a classic. That debate was going on the internet for a long time. Drake don't have a classic album. Wow. Now, Mad City is beats any Drake album that he ever made. And that's not being a Drake hater. I was somebody who supported Drake. Remember, they sent me an OVO jacket. So I know what he was talking about when y'all said, oh, what are you gonna get, an OVO jacket? I'm like, dog, I got the OVO jacket. The OVO jacket is upstairs for the Scorpion. I love Scorpion album, but the second side is a lot of skippables. That first album, the first side, yeah, that was classic. But once you get to that second side, yeah, because of the Pusha T situation, I sided with Drake because Drake was right in it. Drake was doing the right things, and Pusha T was just hating. Burn the jacket. So I just call it like it is, down the middle. And then they looked at me as a Drake apologist. I'm a truth teller. And that's what people don't realize. I am a truth teller. I'm going to tell the truth. I can't help but tell the truth. When somebody told me that and suggested that they was helping Drake pen some songs, I knew right then and there what was happening, but it didn't surprise me. Drake was making hit records before. Will Drake reply, yeah, I'm hearing he's supposed to have something out quick, like by Friday. And I'm like, ooh, he better take some time with it. But he must got them dudes working overtime, them guys that's writing with him. Yeah, so you got to think about that. Mm-hmm. Well, no. No, that's not what he meant, dog. It's not where he was going with the situation, but I get it. I mean, when you start to think about what's really going on with the crew and everybody else, then you understand. It's just how they moving. The whole team. So yeah, you talk about the album, that's gonna be up for discussion. But he's saying you don't have one. Like in his eyes, you don't have a classic album. So in Kendrick's eyes, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Your core, which is your abs, right? When you say your core audience, so play on words. Let y'all stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from. V12 is a fast one. Boom, 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 last one. Headshot of the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. I don't think I need to explain that no more. I don't think that need explanation. Do it. Oh, man. Yes, exactly. He got to walk around with a big helmet on his head. So can nobody tell who he is, because you better walk around like Daft Punk. Yeah, very interesting, man. Remember, a top dog. They think they playing with extortions of my middle name as soon as you jump off that plane. Oh my God. I'm allergic to this land. Only you like being famous. Oh my goodness. The jumping off the plane line is a play on words, because it's a play. It's like soon as Drake step off his plane, and then it's like jumping off the plane, like you committing suicide by jumping off that plane. So it's a play on words too, double play on words. It's simple but clever and very effective. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you're hanging with. Woo-wee. Wow. In case y'all don't know, well, y'all know who Lil Yachty is, so we ain't got to go there with it. But let me pull it up. Boom. There we go. That's what he talking about. Oh, my goodness. He trying to dress like Little Yachty. We don't care who you hanging with. They still trying to say it was after. He said these lines went over these dudes' heads. I know, man. That's why I tried to tell them. A lot of it was going over people's heads. They did not understand what was going on. Nah, he wasn't dissing Yachty. He dissing Drake for biting Yachty. He biting Yachty's style. He trying to be Lil Yachty. Jacking his whole style and swag. That's why he's getting clowned for all this stuff he's doing now. Superpowers are getting drained. Everything he's doing, he's getting clowned for it now. where he used to control the media. Now they roasted him for everything. All these new styles he's trying to change up. So is it the braids? You don't want to rap with me no more. Okay. Right. He trying to be little yachty, painting his nails, all this crazy stuff. So that's why he was talking about yachty. All of it's accurate, all of it's on point. That's what I'm saying. People are sleep because they don't understand real hip hop at its essence. So they're asleep when all this is going down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. He's trying to be like Yachty. That's what Drake does. He gets around people and mimic him. Look, he's trying to download his swag. He's trying to download. Oh, okay, cool, bad. I get it. Right. I just give it to you. Let me go on here. Drake's like, yeah, you just put the information right there in the computer. Then I got it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where oh, okay. That's why I got it. Yeah, I'll get it to you. He stole Extension's flow. This is why they was asking Drake questions about Extension. All of a sudden, you know, he ends up gone in California on a setup, robbery and stuff. And Drake had to be investigated and asked questions about it. It's a whole lot of stuff going on, y'all. Extension talked about it before he died. You was supposed to get up with him, did never call his manager, then put out that song. That was a total ripoff of his song. Mm-hmm. Where's this Eminem crap keep coming from? I mean, Florida or whatever. Yeah, extension cord. Yep, that's what we called them. Then he said, Yachty can't give you no swag, nigga. I don't know about who you hang with. Hate the way that you walk, hate the way that you talk, hate the way that you dress. Surprise, you wanted that feature request. Now, a lot of y'all didn't know, but that feature request he's talking about is first-person shooter. First-person shooter was supposed to be J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick. Kendrick turned it down. That's why J. Cole's verse was talking about the big three. So when he turned down the feature request, he felt they turned their lyrics against him to take shots at him for not getting on the record. He just felt like, bro, that was a little crazy for you to send that feature request. You know, we got some things to address, right? There's some things that you got to talk about before we sit there and get on a record again. He said, I even hate when you say the N-word. But that's just me, I guess. Some stuff's just cringeworthy. You ain't even gonna be deep, I guess. Still love when I see your success. Everything about me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hands, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. Meaning, Dre has been conducting himself as a boy and not as a man. Then he goes into the next level when he was talking about, matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Bet. Can I bleed him? Bet. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. That's real competition. You might pop ad with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your split. I think we all know about the sexy red, right? We ain't need to break that down. With Drake and Sexy Red and how that just looked weird. He said, let's speak on your percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You was signed to a Negro that was signed to a Negro, and he was signed to that Negro. And everybody said, that's Pusha T said that on a rhyme back in 2012. When he was dissing Drake back in 2012, he taking Pusha T's rhyme and all that. But what y'all don't know is, hold on. Is he said that also back in 2012. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said Kendrick Lamar thanked him for understanding the record on Control, Pusha. But he agreed with him, and he put out a tweet going back to 2012. Mm-hmm. No, he says, I agree with Pusha. And that was on Twitter. I'm going to try to see if I can pull it up. Yeah, it's a tweet going back to 2012. Kendrick Lamar saying, I agree. I tried to pull it up for y'all. I can't find it right now, but if y'all want to go back to the Sexy Red comment, y'all look like y'all trying to be, I see too bad. So if y'all needed to see this to visualize it for yourselves, that's what it looks like with the Sexy Red line. When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. That's real competition. You might pop 8 with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. But yeah, that's where that line come from. Not a good look at all. That's why I said it looked like it just looked forced. And it looked just, yeah. This is what Kendrick was looking at when he was writing that. It was this photo right here. I believe you see too bad. It's this photo. This is the photo right here. Doing the duck lips in the photo. I hate the way the Knicks walk. Hate the way the Knicks talk. Hate the way they dress. Oh, man. I think I'm going live for that game. Grown man with duck lips is wild. If we go live for that game, Gibbs got to be front line and center. Then he starts saying, you tried to see the cease and desist on the Like That record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. Let me get back to you that for the record. Now, the cease and desist he said on Like That. Like That kept getting pulled off of the internet, the Kanye West version. When Kanye West came on there, they kept pulling the record. So they said, you tried to put a cease and desist on the Like That record. So all of this is based off the success of Like That. And Drake saw the impact of what it was doing to him. But Kanye's version mysteriously keeps getting pulled down every time he tries to post it up. And here's the line here where he says, why would I call around trying to get dirt on you? Basically, y'all think my life is rap? So they thinking that Kendrick is calling around trying to get dirt on Drake and all that stuff. You know what Kendrick did? He just went online. Kendrick just did everything that I just did right here. All of this stuff is on Google. All of this stuff is on Google. And if you remember it, and plus Kendrick probably knows stuff just because he's in the walks and talks of these places. But all of this stuff is on Google. We just pulled it up and showed it all to you as we're going along here. So as we're going along and showing you this stuff, it's on Google. So he ain't got to go calling somebody to get information on you. It's already on the internet. But your people gonna make sure it never gets out to the mass of the public. Now, he was saying that's whole stuff. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking up with him, you don't know nothing about that. Telling him to pray, you know nothing about that. Giving them tools to walk through life like day to day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals and taking them discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth, consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. This is meaning his son Adonis, right? That he put in videos and doing all that. He spent time with him that y'all see on the internet, but he can't see Adonis all the time. Adonis doesn't live in the country. Now, Sophia Broxix, right? And she's French, and Adonis speaks French. Thank you. Now, Adonis was born in 2017, I believe. But they waited until like 2020 to start really posting pictures and bringing them out and stuff. But the thing of it is that she doesn't live in the country. So now she has a travel visa and go back and forth. So he speaks French because, they live in France and they coming over here and, Drake's trying to get them to live in Florida somewhere where he can see Adonis more, but he don't get to see him all the time. Yeah, Drake's trying to learn a little words in French to communicate with him. By 4 years old, she had him bilingual by 4. So he learned French and then learned English together growing up. So it was easy for him to understand both languages. So Drake is more of the buddy parent in the situation with him and Adonis. They do the photo ops, they do the OVO signs and all this stuff. But what he's saying, teaching him values, these are things that's mostly Israelite related, but it's really like fatherhood, like what you're supposed to do when you're rearing your child. But it's mostly factoring in things that you should be teaching your child, the values, and teaching them how to become men, when they get older, giving them those values. And, you're not conducting yourself as a man. How are you going to be passing that on to your son? So it was a lot deeper meaning in that statement. That really was a diss to Drake, but wasn't really a diss to Drake. It was like, I'm really doing this. And this is what a man is supposed to do with his child. Now, why aren't you doing these things? The discipline. Teach them about things, consider what God is considering. Ain't a 20v1, as Drake said it. It's a 1v20. And I gotta smack those niggas that right with you. Bring them out too. I clean them out too. Bring them out too. Now he's going after the whole camp. Bring them out too. I will clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Now, y'all don't know, y'all probably know, but for those who don't know, Chico Bean is his guy, right? That's one of Drake's homie. But it's about the whole camp, to be honest. He's a comedian. He mixes rap songs up. He does a whole lot of stuff. Chico Bean is crazy. That's one of his guys, but that could be for anybody. A line. Oh yeah, that's what it's about. The OVO team, his whole writers. He's like, bring it on. Okay, we're moving the party. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Moving the party along. So that's what he's talking about. You could bring the OVO team all you want. Bring on the whole OVO camp. All right. Whew. Okay, cool. All right, we back. Had to get back down the steps. Woo! Thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. People don't know how hard we work around here. Woo! All right, okay. All right, okay. Now, Papoose a beat game. Ian, we'll discuss that in a video, but this is not the video to do that. Now, appreciate the super chat though. That's why he said, am I battling a ghost or AI? Feel like Joel Haley, his name is really Haley Joel Osteen, but he said, I feel like Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen, that pastor almost, but it's funny. But Haley Joel Osteen is who he's talking about. Funny, he was in a film called AI, and my 16 telling me to off him. I'm a blick and put them all in a coffin. Yeah, OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. So he basically brings up the fact that all these OVO guys from Canada keep trying to come over here and emulate that. Yeah, so yeah. Joel Osteen is the preacher. Haley Joel Osment is the actor. Yeah. I think he meant, you might be right. He might have been talking about 21. Instead of Bean, I think he said Ben. Because Ben is 21 Savage. So he might say Ben better stay right there with you. So he might be talking about 21. because he know like I know 21's been writing them rhymes. Didn't I tell you that sound like 21 when he did that in the beginning of that rap? It sound like 21. So you might be right there. So instead of Chico Bean, he might have been talking about Bean. That make more sense. He can't go back to that la 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 la. He can't do that no more. See, he made a bed that he got to lie in now. He got to be hard Drake now. In today's time, people attention spans are real stupid. So what song he sounded like 21? I'm talking about the push-up song. You couldn't tell that was 21 style? In the beginning of that song? When he started rapping like 21 bars? That was really 21 rapping for him against Kendrick in those lines. The way you doing splits, I think your pants might rip. All that was 21. But that's just my opinion. But hey. But like he said, they can't imitate this violence. What I learned, these Negroes don't like the West Coast. I'm fine with it. I push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We could be on a 3-hour time difference. Oh yeah, this was funny because this is dedicated all to Drake and OVO. That's what makes this so classic. This last line's here. It's made for Drake and OVO. These last lines are meant exclusively for them. He said, if you need 21 to write for you, just get out. Ben better stay right there with you. Oh, yeah, for sure. As soon as he said that line. Oh, yeah. When he said, don't speak on the family, Crody. It could get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Somebody gonna bleed in your family, Crody. I'll be at the New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Now, let me tell you what. Crody is a West Coast word. People trying to say that's some Canada stuff. No, it's a West Coast word that Crips called a bro. Brody is a West Coast word. And Crips said Crody because they replaced the C with the B with a C rather, right? So it became Crody. But these Canadians who came to California took that back to Canada, and now they started calling everybody Crody in Canada. So Crody, and they call a gun, a blicky over there, they call it a blammy. That's why he said, I'll be there with the fried rice, dip sauce, and a blammy, Crody. So this is all going at the OVO camp. It is hilarious. Crody is a LA word. Because I get out the house, Corey. Mm-hmm. People try to say, no, that's competitive. No, Canada's been running with that LA word. They've been walking around saying Crody all the time. Now, if they got around some real bloods, they would be in trouble. Going around, oh, Crody? Oh, okay, you cuz? And then see, you're going to have real problems. Right, and they call a gun a blammy. They call the blicky the blammy. I'll be there with a blammy, Crody. I'll be there with a blammy, Crody. I'm from LA and I never heard Crody yet. I'm not hood. Well, yeah, well, if you're a Crip, then you know when they say Brody, you know, they ain't gonna say that. They're gonna say Crody. What's up, Crody? Nah, I've heard Crody a lot, bro. He needed to get DP. No, the Crips flipped it, not the Torontoans. Carcino was a Crip before. Pay attention. Never was a Crip. You said you never heard it because they stole it. That's the point. Tell me you're cheesing, fam. We can do this right now on the cam, Crody. F you Negroes. I don't trust y'all Negroes. I'll wave one finger and dump y'all like Negroes. Field goal punch y'all Negroes. Stay punk y'all Negroes. Never took my food. Whoever that man, F you Negroes and F the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst. That's something that you don't want to do. I don't want to hear you say the N-word no more. Do you know what that's from? When he started saying that, let's see who knows that. When he said that line, I don't want to hear you say the N-word no more. Now, here come a lie. Come on, this song was so predictable. You can tell he got under skin, but what I do know is MSW. This song was so predictable. I don't think it was. I don't think it was predictable what he might use, but how he used it was genius. There you go. Somebody got it right. Kanye West. That's right. We don't want to hear that we no more. Yeah. Yay. Okay, everybody caught that too. That's why it sounds familiar, Don the writer. That's Yay. Well, whoever wrote it for Yay. Yeah, so that's the breakdown. Other people might find other stuff and break it on out. Stuff we might have missed. But I figure we got everything. We got things that they didn't bring. Like nobody talk about that SA case that Drake settled that I knew he was talking about. I said, ooh, that's gonna be a monster. On the Patreon, we ready. We are equipped and ready. We finna expose the NBA, so that's gonna be real fun. All with the Tim Donnelly thing, and then some. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Y'all been here this long? Yeah, still, here's your little scorpion jacket, Crody. Can't buy my loyalty because you gave me a jacket, Crody. And it says Scorpion Tour, Crody. You're not going to buy my loyalty, Crody. And you gave me an EP credit on there saying exactly produced by Carcino. That's nice, Crody. I don't have to lie, Crody. Y'all gave me an EP credit, Crody, on a jacket, Crody. Yeah, T, we're going to talk about that a little later, too. Man, I had to go to sleep, dude. That medication put me out. I was about to go live, talk about the game. That game was crazy. Yep. He said, throw that away with the Diddy coat. Thanks, Sir T. I hope I get better soon, too. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I told you I went 24 hours without the medication. Like, I ain't finna be hooked on these painkillers. I don't need none of that to keep all that down. I'm feeling good, man. What's that painkiller stuff without my system? My arm, my leg felt like it was falling off my body. Oh, yeah, I got all my Diddy coats out. Drake paid for your solidarity and loyalty. No, that's how I got the jacket. I got the jacket because when Pusha T came out and all that, and they had the Duppy and everything, I was telling the truth, and the truth was aligning with what Drake and them like. So they was like, man, we're going to give you an OVO jacket. Because all the stuff I was talking about Pusha T, he used in the rhyme. And I validated all of it. Everything I said in my video, they put in that rap. And I was like, man, they ain't sure I got a jacket. And you know I'm cool with James Prince. Y'all know that. Y'all should. Now, I don't know why that man put Mr. Prince's name in that record. Kendrick Lamar. I would have kept that quiet, but he was talking about some takeoff stuff. That's a real personal situation. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We need Scorpion Cino back. No, Pusha T is a hater. And Drake is better rapper than him. He just is. A lot of people like push rap style. I'm just like not really feeling it. He makes him all right. To me, he's just lazy. You know, he's a lazy rapper. I'm like, Daytona was fire. It was like, finally, he put something together. Now it's like, all right, now follow that up. Nope. If Push was so good, Kanye wouldn't have to turn to Drake and be like, can you write me this song? Because this dude. I think Daytona was his biggest achievement. Hell Has No Fury is a classic. Never heard of it. Next. Hell Has No Fury was a classic. Never heard of it. Next. Who had the best verses? Malice or Pusha on all their records? Mr. Me Too. Malice had all the hits. Oh, this is crazy. He's like his last 2 albums is fire. Never heard of him. Drake is a better rapper than Pusha T. Absolutely. He make better songs than Pusha T. Let me put it that way. Mm-hmm. For sure it does. But I'm gonna wrap this up, fellas. We already went long enough. Let me get on, do what I gotta do, update the Patreon, and we're gonna keep rolling. Deuces.